Hello and welcome to another Maximum Power video. I'm Paul. I've not done a video now for the last couple of weeks in regards to a sort of sit down update, looking back at buys or anything like that. Not really been up to too much. Basically been recording the new episode, which is going to be out this coming Tuesday night, looking back at 2001. Also just put out a tweet a little bit earlier on. We're looking for input towards episode 7, which is going to be looking at the Champ Manager, Football Manager series. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I know there's a lot of fans out there, and it's a series that's been going for a very long time. We want to hear, some of your funny stories, experiences, from like anyone who's been playing it for, well, if anything like me, quite some time. But obviously we're hopefully going to be bringing that out at the start of August, just in time for the new season. So yeah, looking forward to doing that, definitely. In regards to buying anything, I've just not bought anything at all, which is a nice change for for once. Constantly been trying to make the time to obviously start playing some of the things in my collection and stuff, but it's still not happened just yet. What I did do yesterday was put up a few pictures on the Twitter account from some magazines, so I've had a bit of a sort out and things, and which led me to this. I spent a lot of time going on about Super Nintendo magazines, so I thought I'd turn the tables a little bit and feature a couple of Sega magazines. Now, like I said, loads and loads of times, mid-90s, you had so many different magazines on the newsstands, a lot more than what you have nowadays. Obviously you don't have the internet, well, you didn't have the internet back then, so the thing is, tons to choose from. Again, quite a lot of them had free gifts, try and tempt you into sticking with them. I mean, like say I bought Super Play and Total. I used to buy quite a bit for Super Nintendo because I didn't own a Megadrive. I didn't really have the same loyalty. I still bought a lot of magazines, because I still liked seeing what was going on, on the other consoles and things. So I'm just going to literally have a very, very quick look. Now, one of the ones I've got here is one called Megatech. This is issue 1 from Christmas 1991. So, top games in here, you've got Mercs, somewhere, hang on, oh, I have it here on the back, a rip off Bart Simpson. Just having a quick look through a couple of key bits, because like I say, there's a few different magazines here. Something I never actually got into. You got one of the first John Madden games here, obviously that being the cover story. I've just never really got into American football myself. Rated it 95% though. I've had a quick look through this magazine. I'm not too impressed by it. One of the reviews though, an absolutely fantastic game, Quackshot, starring Donald Duck. A game I used to love playing around at mates, and one I've actually got in my collection now after many years. 82% though we gave that, so not too great really. And then we've also got page advertisement there for Mean Machines, obviously one of the most well-loved magazines back then. You've also got in here the review of Mercs, another game that I've actually got in the collection. Great arcade conversion, plays a bit like Ikari Warriors, that sort of vertical scrolling shooter type thing. And then another game that I've got in my collection now, RoboCod. First played that on the Atari ST, but I do like it quite a lot, and they've rated that 83%. I'm just going to basically whiz on through that to a magazine that lasted quite a lot longer really compared to some of these. We've also got Sega Power magazine there, this issue from November 1992. On the cover there we've got Green Dog, a game, yep, still got it in my collection as well, just looking over at my Megadrive games off camera. And Sega Power was quite a good one, obviously it featured all the Sega machines. you know, the Master System, Game Gear, Mega CD. So just whizzing on. I don't know if you can make that out, but this little Sonic, weirdly placed next to this topless woman there, but these little Sonic handhelds. I remember my sister getting that, you know, even though at the time I had my Game Boy, and that's what she ended up getting. I also got a big preview here on Sonic 2. That was obviously due out around this time. You know, obviously Sonic 2, massive jump on the first Sonic game, and it's absolutely fantastic. And then we've also got, for any wrestling fans there, a look at, which one is it? It's Super WrestleMania on the Megadrive, which I used to have on my Super Nintendo. Slightly different roster back then as well. For some reason, feature with Right Said Fred. I don't know what they've got to do with games, but there you go. And what else? Well, I tell you what, this is quite a nice change really, because usually when it's a cover game of any magazine, they absolutely rave about it and absolutely love it. So on the cover we've got Green Dog review, and then the Green Dog rating, which it's not a great game because I played it fairly recently. 68%, but obviously it's still got a 4-page feature on it. So quite good that for obviously not swayed by you know, the games makers. I always thought, like, you know, Sega Pros wasn't a bad magazine, and like I say, it did last for quite a while. Just quickly whiz through and find something else. We've got series I'm not really up on, but I know it's got a lot of fans for shoot 'em ups. Thunder Force 4. So this here rated 91%, really highly rated. I think that is something I should really check out. I know that Phil's got some of the Thunder Force games in his collection, and just whiz on slightly. Yep, nothing else of massive note. Then we've also got another magazine here, Mega, which this is issue 13 from October 1993, so again, more or less another year on. With this one, it came with a little Ultimate Mega Drive previews guide. So, well, it's saying Street Series 3, but that's a picture from Street Series 2 that it's showing there. And then you've got things like Sonic 3, Robocop vs Terminator, so quite a few well-known games, and Aladdin as well. So in this one, the top stories really, we've got a look at Aladdin. Obviously a lot of people are fans of the Mega Drive version of the game. I've always preferred the Super Nintendo because that's what I got brought up on really. And then we've also got an interview with Dexter Fletcher, who was, I think it was Series 3 of Games Master. I know it's not really held in that high regard after Dominic Diamond wasn't on it. First game review here, something that was absolutely amazing, Sonic the Hedgehog CD. Mega CD, not a great console, only a handful of decent games. Sonic CD, one of the better ones, definitely. We rated that 89%, so not bad really. I think it's just like, obviously still got the fun of Sonic really. I think obviously it lost its way quite quickly. Mega Drive review here, something quite good. I used to own this, Gauntlet 4, 90% rated there. And then we've got something that I do struggle with, Shinobi 3, which have given 79%. Now, I've got this on the Sega Megadrive collection on my PlayStation 3, and yeah, it's okay, but I just always prefer the original Shinobi, you know, that you had on the arcade years and years ago. Just moving on a little bit, we've got a review here of the original Mortal Kombat, 82% there, so that's not too bad. The graphics have given 9 out of 10, quite intrigued on that. Now, the thing is, Mega Drive, Mortal Kombat, obviously it had the blood, whereas Super Nintendo version didn't, so that was a big selling point. And I remember like most of my mates have a Super Nintendo, so obviously that's what they end up buying. It was like 60 odd quid, so a lot of money for a basic console game. That's not that great. Just move on there, and that's about it for those. And then finally it's this one here, which is Mega Action from August 1993, and that's obviously like one of these cheap ranges of 99p magazine that started cropping up in the mid-90s. Didn't really last that many issues though. Featured there the big one on Jurassic Park. Just quickly go through, it's quite a thin magazine, it's only about 60 odd pages, hence the price. Here we have got a few previews there for some Mega CD games. Looking at some that I've never ever played before at all. And then also we've got the Mega Drive chart. The Mega Drive chart there, number 1 is Super Kickoff, followed by Flashback and PGA Tour Golf. So games there that there's a few that stand out. Road Rash 2, an absolute classic, definitely. Same with Sonic 2 as well, and Speedball 2, a few of the ones which are some of my favourites. Review of the game never ever got around to playing, done by EA, but something a bit, you know, different from them. General Chaos, rated 88%. Something that I do want to try out, you know, whenever I get the chance. And just move on a little bit. This is what I put a picture out of on Twitter. It's Batman Returns on the Mega CD. Now, we've given this 90%. Now, I've played the Batman Returns on Mega Drive and I wasn't that impressed by it compared to the Super Nintendo version, which I thought was absolutely amazing. The Mega CD version does look quite nice. It's got some Batmobile sections, so I don't know if any of you guys have actually played it before, but it does look alright. Moving on, this is something that I've just put on Twitter and got quite a response to. The PC Mega Drive hybrid type thing. A couple of people said that they did have one. Again, I never got around to actually playing on one, so it just always intrigued me, like when I was a kid. Moving on now to the last bit really. Like I said, there's not too much in this magazine. We have got something which I thought was quite funny. Some Sega branded stationery. Obviously Sonic was massive at the time, so Sonic rulers, folders, things like that, notepads, pencil cases. And then right towards the end you got usual thing of, you know, cheats and tips and all the walkthroughs. It always surprises me seeing like all these old games maps, you know, and having to wait for the next issue to, you know, show how to get through the level and where to jump and what to do, you know, and how to find different switches and stuff. And then finally, one of the adverts for a trading game shop. I remember these from like, you know, mid-90s. Here's Toby. I can't never remember who was advertised at our computer exchange. But yeah, always stood out there. So yeah, that's just a quick look just at a few different Sega Mega Drive magazines. Again, I do still collect obviously Mega Drive games. There's still, you know, quite a few that I do want to add to my collection. Good thing is I can try out quite a few on my GXD as well, but at the moment while I'm mainly collecting from my Super Nintendo, just got to try and concentrate on that. Anyway, as usual, subscribe to the channel. Anyone who has subscribed recently, thank you. We will keep getting new content up, and like I say, keep listening to the show, and if you like it, leave us an iTunes review as well, because it helps get noticed, which is really, really nice. Alright, thanks a lot guys. Bye.